For many new investors, ourselves included, this is going to be the first time that we've had to deal with one of these roller coaster up and down and mostly red markets. So today we're going to talk a lot about how we're feeling and some of the things we're doing in order to help deal with the situation. So stick around and we'll have a chat when we get back.
And the first question is, are we stressed? Of course, yes, we are. We are very, very stressed. But as you can see on the environment from your end, that might be one of the ways that we're trying to deal with. So on today's topic, as Christine mentioned before, oh, by the way, my name is Jean.
I'm Christine.
We are a Canadian couple living in Toronto, Canada, and today we decided to have a different video, which is basically sharing with you how we are feeling. It's not about all the ups and sometimes downs, but we wanted to be frank, and as we always are, about our financial situation. Today we wanted to discuss with you the stock market and how we are trying to deal with the situation that is going on in the world.
Yeah, and as many of you, I'm sure everybody that's invested, and even if you're not, the current situation with high interest rates and inflation and the war in Ukraine, all of this is having an effect on the global markets, and the effect is they're going down, and they're going down rapidly. As we record this today, Friday the 13th, lucky Friday the 13th, was actually a good day for us.
In May 2022. So
Yeah.
as a reminder to our future selves.
Yeah. Today was we actually felt relief today, and we're still down a lot in our portfolio, but it was the first little day that we could actually breathe. So just to quickly go over a few of the factors that might be influencing reasons why the stock market's going down.
Yeah, I'm sure that you know all of them. We just wanted to, as we did say before, to emphasize what's going on and what is going to happen in the future, just as a reminder that things happen and they do happen for a reason. As we know, every month we share our net worth updates, we share our dividend income. It always ups and we are happy, but now it's not the case.
Oh yeah, wait for May or for April's net worth.
Yeah, exactly. If you have not subscribed to our channel yet, there is a great opportunity because every month we share our net worth updates. And for the reasons that you know, the first one is COVID. We are 2 years into COVID, and we still have issues with the supply chain, we still have issues with lockdowns and everything. So this is one of the reasons that we identified that the market is down, right?
Yeah, and the next one is going to be higher inflation. That one sort of directly is tied to COVID. With all those supply chain issues and the fact that it's harder to make those goods, it's harder to get what we need in order to eat and sustain ourselves, or even for manufacturing, that drives prices up. And when prices go up, inflation's going up. So things like higher oil costs due to conflicts in Ukraine and the war in Ukraine. All of this leads to higher inflation, which leads to higher interest rates in order for governments to try and drive down that inflation, which stock markets don't react well to higher interest rates. They tend to sell a lot, and that is what we are seeing currently from January 2022 to currently.
Yeah, I just wanted to clarify something. When we say that our portfolio is down, it's the overall portfolio, right? So we have different accounts, as you do know, but it's basically the swing trades that we have that we are stuck in. We are not gonna sell into that. That's one of the main reasons, apart of the
stress.
The 3 Qs going down, Nasdaq is going down, so that's why our portfolio had kind of a little.
But even overall, even the Canadian market, even those dividend stocks that we are very happy to hold, and the dividend stocks that we continue to earn dividends on, the value of them has dropped. We're still okay, and we're not selling, so that's fine.
Yeah. So going back, another topic that you know is when we are stuck at home. Companies, not all the companies, the economy actually goes down. The companies are not making money as they used to, and as a result, the market keeps going back down.
Yeah, so those lower earnings from those companies are dropping their stock prices and people are selling off. So all of these things kind of are leading into, I'm sure there's many more. We are not economists by any stretch of the imagination. But those are what we can see as just your general everyday citizens as to some of the reasons why the market is not on a winning streak right now.
No.
Back at the very beginning, we spoke a lot about risk tolerance and determining your risk tolerance and being comfortable with the ups and downs of the market and being able to sleep at night. We're still comfortable with where we are risk-wise, but I gotta say, I don't think we were ready for the emotional roller coaster that it brings with it to watch your investments drop by 30%.
Yeah, we are being transparent, 3 digits down.
Yeah, it's a lot, right? When you think about that, that's a lot of money. Now, like one of our awesome subscribers pointed out, those are unrealized losses. So as long as we don't sell, we haven't actually lost anything, which is good and that's comforting. But it's still hard to take a look at those numbers day in and day out and wonder, how did this happen in such a short period of time? But we're sticking with it. So
yeah, and that's really important when we talk about the risk tolerance, right? That we know there's like a questionnaire that we usually go when the banks ask you to complete a financial advisor or financial planner. Even though we said yes, we are really, risk tolerant, we are good, we are gonna be able to go and live with it. Yes, we are, but it's hard. So take a look on your portfolio, take a look at your risk profile and see what it really fits to,
Yeah, now's a really good time to reevaluate that. Not to say that you need to sell or get out of any positions that you might be in, but maybe reevaluate your risk tolerance. So when the market does turn around, and we are quite confident that it will, we don't know when, but we think it will. At that point, you can maybe shuffle around some of your investments if you're in the wrong risk tolerance category.
And also depends on how far you are, in your journey to financial independence. In our case, we are going to retire in 2024. We are basically 2 years away from retirement or stop working and becoming financial independent. Our situation might be different than yours because if you're starting now, this is a great opportunity, and the horizon that we have in 10, 15, 20 years, you'll be good.
Yeah, you can get in at a low point, right?
Yeah.
So it's all different perspectives, and ours is slightly shifted when we realize how close we are to our fire date, and now we're thinking, maybe we should shift some of our investments slightly in the future.
True, but one of the things that I think that we did well was choosing dividend as, in a way of passive income, because if you are thinking about ETFs, if you only have ETFs in your portfolio, and if you are dependent on those ETFs to live, as the price of the ETFs, they go down, the amount that you need to withdraw, it's also going to increase, right? It's actually the opposite. In our case, not that much with the dividends, but I think it's...
Yeah, I think a good mix of those two is important, at least in our situation. We do have ETFs that we are watching right now lose their value significantly. But at the same point, we're still getting all those dividends. And yeah, there's always the risk that we could receive some dividend cuts. But honestly, with the companies that we're holding, we're not worried. Algonquin just increased their dividend yesterday.
Yeah, by 6%.
So all said and done, we're happy with our investments. We are slightly stressed out, and I think that this is just a learning experience for us on how to deal with some of our stress. And how we're dealing with it is here in this park.
It's in this park. We thank God the weather is also better, which allows us to go out and to walk. So we are trying to exercise more, trying to be away from our home and try to do something. It's actually to celebrate, like the small victories that we have. Don't be focused only on like the downs.
Yeah, the negative stuff.
Yeah. We don't think that it does help, so that's what we are trying to do. Come here and go for a walk and say hi to people, and seeing people smiling, which is really, a relief.
Yeah, and part of that all too is just taking control of the things that we are able to change and deal with, right? The markets are out of our control. We have no say. If we did, gosh, it'd be green all day. We don't have any say on how it's going to go. So we just have to kind of hold on for the ride and see where we end up. But the things that we can control are our health and our mental well-being. So getting out and exercising, doing that kind of stuff is certainly becoming more of a priority, especially over the past few weeks for us, as well as looking after ourselves eating a bit different, getting enough sleep, stuff that we all know, but we've neglected over the past couple of years, to be honest.
One of the things that I'm trying to avoid now, I do have an app which is investment.com, which basically tracks the futures for the next day. So if I see green, I'm gonna sleep well. If I see
like a
red,
baby.
not that much. So I'm trying to avoid those apps because they have an effect on how we sleep, right? So you worry without giving yourself the credit that there is going to be ups and downs along the way, but
yeah, we just weren't expecting the down.
yeah,
Down.
yeah. But what about you? Were you expecting that as well?
Yeah, and how are all of you doing? We know that we're not the only ones going through this.
Yeah.
We've had lots of comments from some people that are suffering through a lot of the same downturns that we are. We just wanted to check in, let you guys know how we're doing, but we wanted more importantly to check in and make sure you guys are okay. Let you know that everybody's going through this and it kind of sucks. Hey, if you've got extra capital, now is the time to also invest, I think. Unfortunately, we're kind of in a holding pattern right now for some of our investments, but that could change too. Who knows? Yeah. Maybe we win the lottery. We need to buy a ticket. But we don't own a ticket.
We are not going to win the lottery. If you do, share with us. Right?
Yeah.
But that's basically what it is. I mean, we are trying to live. This is, as we always say, a learning opportunity, and it's a really good one that we are experiencing now. We hope that you're well, and as we always say, we are one email, we are one comment away. If you don't have somebody to talk to, if you want to go and connect with us, use the comments below or send us an email or send us a message, because you are not alone. We are on this together. Even though we talk about our journey, it's not only about us, it's also about you.
And honestly, that kind of lifts our spirits, and hopefully it lifts yours as well when we get to connect with you guys. This is one way of, I guess it's connecting, but it's hard because we're just sitting here talking, right? But we really love the comments, and especially love like the emails and the Instagram messages and stuff like that. So feel free, reach out. And now that the weather's better, hopefully we can start connecting with some of all of our lovely people here in the city and in Ontario. And if we ever get to travel across the country, let's try and meet up.
Yeah, I would love to.
Yeah. So that's the video for this week, a little bit different. And I think next week's going to be that big net worth video. So stick around and we'll talk about that next week.
I can tell you right away, spoiler alert, is gonna go down.
Ooh, but how much?
I honestly think it's gonna be below the 900.
Oh, I can guarantee it.
Yeah.
But
It is what it is.
Have a good week, guys.
Take care. Thanks again. Stay safe.
Bye.
Bye. Good.
All right, now picture time.
Yeah.
Is that a stress look? You're laughing and I'm stressed. How does that work out?
But I guess that it's not only us. Globally, everybody in general is a little bit stressed. And what should I say?
I don't know if that's going to pick up on your voice, is it?
Amor, it's a microphone up here.
I know, but normally you talk way louder.
Yeah. Okay.
Are you afraid of the great outdoors?
Maybe. That's it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Hi.